bro. From your Spaceship Music Collective, this is Six Set Bro, a misguided adventure through the social fringe of the music industry. I'm your host, Dom Maple. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Six Set Bro live. It's the spooky one. It's the scary one, and it was so scary that we're like 30 minutes late starting. That's what's scary about it. It's so unpredictable. Welcome back, everyone. It's a music and entertainment podcast. Y'all know that, and it's been a while. It's been about a month, something like that. I don't know. Has it been as long as a month? I don't know. Doesn't really matter, but you know me. Dom Maple, man. Little indie musician, emo rapper, hip-hop boy. Whatever you want to call it, host of this podcast. I'm not alone. May look like I'm alone, but I'm never alone. I'm joined by the one and only brother from the same mother, the one, the only, majestic Money, Michael. Ayo, there he is, baby. Cash register sound effect. Oh, we back, baby. And of course, we can't forget the one and only. Everyone's the one and only on this show. The one, the only, the many people are named this, but there's only one like him, and that is Andrew Fernandez. Forget about that stinger.
I bet you missed that.
No, I had airwaves on me before, and I was
dude, but you know what? It's fucking technology messed this whole thing up again. It's meant to be the Halloween special. We shouldn't even be our normal name, so I was trying to prepare a whole thing, and then, a computer was like, no, your webcam doesn't work, your microphone doesn't work, everything's broken. So we're just us. We're just us. I would have dressed up. No, I haven't now. I am wearing orange to be autumnal. But that's about it.
Made a little shrine.
See, I was going to do the same thing, but I didn't have any time. I did throw a bunch of... I don't know what way to move. My camera's mirrored. I threw a bunch of cobwebs on a guitar.
Oh, nice.
Ta-da!
Maximum effort.
I just got red.
Yeah.
I got red lights.
Really?
Red lights.
Red lights.
That's all I have.
They call Andy's house
But
the
just-
red light district.
Just go medium. That's all you have to do. Don't have to
Go
go
medium?
full out. Just
Go medium, and sometimes.
That's a life motto.
Sometimes stay out. That's it. I love that. What's that from? Is that
That's
Tom
a
Ivy?
Delia.
Delia? Yeah. I felt like Delia. I felt like Chris Delia. Yeah, you know what? We'll do quick farm news, and then we'll catch up, babies. It's been a while. I feel rusty. For quick fire. Oh, I'm not going to be able to pull this. This is going to be a rusty show. Good thing I got my Heinies.
It'll get better. Yeah.
Heineken. Heineken, guys. Audio listeners. Heineken.
As you get more of those into you, and Andy gets more water into him.
Oh, you don't want to get that boy started on the water.
Once he gets hydrated, man, better watch out.
Oh, damn.
I also did have like when I say giant bowl, like a big cereal bowl of like Snickers. It's not Snickers, Skittles. Like right here, but they're gone.
Oh, it's very Halloween-esque. You're like a little kid at Halloween. I was going to say a little kid at Christmas. That makes no sense. Right. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try quick fire news, and I feel like I'm gonna be really bad at it. I gotta get back in the swing, boys. We had a break. I was off relaxing. Not at all. I definitely wasn't relaxing. I was changing jobs, guys. So yeah, stressful times. But we're back. Music and entertainment. Here to give you the news.
This is your only job. This podcast.
Yeah, I don't actually do anything else.
Yeah.
Just that I wish this was my only job. Maybe someday. Who knows? Right. Let's fucking do it. Welcome to Six Set Bros Quickfire News. I even lost my news anchor voice. There it is.
Oh, it's coming back again. That's
My
it.
name is Donald Maple, and I am joined by Michael Money Michael. I forgot his news anchor name. And Andrew Fernandez, the Jesus Pedro Martinez for sports. Let's start the news. Oh fuck! I started playing the news song again.
Going good so far.
Yep. Oh shit! I'm out of practice. Right. Let's try that again. So first up, we got. So yeah, Adele. She's back. Been like 6 years since Adele took off. She's back now. She got a new single out. It's called Easy on Me, and it's from her upcoming new album, which is called 30. Her last album was called 25. And if you're good at maths, then you will have worked out that 25 plus 6 is actually 31. And if you want to be more confused, Adele is 33 years old. I googled it today. I don't get it. She's really locked in, like Ed Sheeran's locked in for them album titles, man. Can't really break away at this point, can you?
Hers is easier to continue on with, though, whereas he's eventually going to run out of mathematical symbols, right?
It'll just become more of a reach for Ed Sheeran. I think we've discussed this as like square root or
Equations and stuff.
yeah, it'll start getting very complicated for him at a certain
Algebra.
point.
And it's easier to make an Ed Sheeran album. You just copy other people.
Burn. Got him. Yeah. So I don't really understand. I don't know. Adele fans gonna be like, she wrote it whenever she turned 30. I'm like, I don't care. She's 33 now. The album's called 30. I don't know. I feel like
It's a clever marketing tactic. Lots of people
Whatever.
say 30 is a big thing.
What about
Yeah, it's gonna work.
1965 or 1975? What the hell was that group called?
the 1975. Oh, yeah. What about those guys?
I know. Like, which one of
None
them
of
was
those guys
born in
were around.
75?
They weren't around in the 1975, so they wouldn't even have a fucking idea what the 1975 was like.
running out of names to put after the, so let's just put numbers.
Yeah, I feel like the band should have stopped after that band.
The.
Yeah. Which was a long time ago, so I mean we're past the meta the bands. Just let's stop it. All right, what's next? I write these earlier in the day and then I forget them. What have I got now? Oh yeah, fuck. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has once again re-entered the world of music.
Oh, love
God help us all. I'm sure everyone here and listening remembers the smash hit Wycliffe Jean song "It Doesn't Matter," featuring the one and only Dwayne "Mr. The Rock" Johnson back in 2000. But now he's teamed up with Tech Nine, Joey Cool, and King ISO or something. A real hot hip hop crew.
Yeah,
Definitely my
yeah.
favorite rappers are in that group. I always forget to hit the button at the end. I should just attach it on. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that song. The Rock raps at the end.
Great.
Kind of makes me want to just.
I haven't
Nope,
actually.
It's great.
I haven't actually heard it yet. It kind of makes me want to just pause the live podcast and go and listen to the rock rapping.
I would totally play it if I wouldn't get copyright strike.
Yeah, no.
But
yeah.
it is like,
Well, not
I mean, I feel like in 2000, I would rather listen to that Wycliffe song because
Still holds up.
it was just funny because it sampled him.
Fun to shout.
Yeah, it more sampled The Rock being like, "It doesn't matter," but this is like him rapping, like he's good at it.
Is he
Not
actually?
bad. He's not bad though.
Well, yeah, I mean he's better than like I don't know. It's just it sounds like Dwayne
He's
The Rock
better-
Johnson talking. Like that's what it sounds like.
He's better than the Island Boys. That's who he's better than.
The less said about that, the better.
No,
Yeah.
we're talking about it.
I love them Island Boys, baby. Yeah, so yeah, The Rock raps on a song. Go listen to it, or probably don't. Don't think it's gonna change much for his career. I think stick to the acting and the
I know he's got
wrestling.
so much more to do to reach the level that he should be.
Listen, guys, this is
Rock
a
for
music
president.
podcast. We're meant to be encouraging people to support musicians. The Rock needs our support.
He's really
Go buy his
he's,
single
he's
now.
pretty
It's on
underground, guys.
Bandcamp.
He's pretty underground.
You know the only thing that annoyed me about that video is that somebody tosses him his tequila, and I swear, if I see that tequila somewhere in a shop, I'm gonna pick it up and go, "You have advertised this to me for far too long. Anything you do in life. Hey, look at my cheat day. My chef made pancakes. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Also tequila." I'm like, what are you doing?
I always think this, and if you follow The Rock on Instagram, he's always got his tequila with it because, you know, branding. But I'm like, he's definitely throwing a lot of that down the sink, right? There's no way he has a nice glass sitting there, and then he'd be like, and then he's like, probably just tosses it instantly.
It's just everywhere. I get marketing, but Jesus.
I know, he's like 1% body fat. He ain't drinking tequila all day. I'm sorry.
Well, he is a big dude as well. He could probably take a lot of alcohol. Who knows?
Well,
Maybe he is
he
drinking it.
could. I just mean, like, yeah.
He needs
I don't know,
something
put
to swallow the
calories on.
steroids with.
Ew, Andy's fucking hot tonight. Andy's hot tonight. I'm kind of double pressing that button, right? What else?
You're double clicking.
Double
Good
clicking. I'm getting really old. Double clicking shit. Red Hot Chili Peppers World Tour. They're finally going on tour with John Frusciante. Thank the Lord. I say that like I can afford to go. I really can't. The tickets were out on Friday past, so you probably missed your shot.
Gone
They're all
in
gone.
10 seconds.
Yeah, they were all gone. They're coming to Dublin, which is awesome, and the support is just insane. It's like Thundercat and Anderson .Paak, and yeah, I don't know. It's just awesome. So if you're going, lucky you.
If you've
I'm
bought
very
tickets, hopefully they don't cancel them.
There's a good chance that John will get addicted to heroin again and rage quit the band.
Yeah.
So that could happen. Look, that's it for quickfire news. I can't be asked doing any more of that. I need to get back in the swing again. So you know what? Before we play it casual, I do think there's something I should get out of the way. It's a bit delayed because we haven't been doing the show, so sorry, it's old news now, but we gotta do it.
Time to get real mad. Time to talk shit about the things we can't stand. Ain't nobody out there's getting a pass. Smart enough, dumbass.
Ooh, see, even my open was slightly off.
You were getting
Losing
warmed
it.
up for it. You were doing stretches and stuff. I feel like
I
this is going to be a
was.
doozy.
And I mean, I did that just to open another can because I got one right here.
I was about to say, that's like your second one in 16 minutes.
So Demi fucking Lovato. Andy left the show, rightfully so.
Walk out.
Demi fucking Lovato loves a headline, does she? So we talk shit about her. I feel like she's my new Kanye or some shit. I don't really know. Like she showed up on the podcast, like back whenever we heard she was doing this alien show. Right? Do you remember this?
Yep. Yeah.
Not to sound like, I feel like I sound like was it Jimmy from South Park when I do this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? So she's like, I'm gonna do this show where I look for UFOs, and you're like, all right. And then what other? She said some other shit that really pissed me off one day as well.
Fucking, I don't know. Keep
Whatever it was.
I could go into it. Keep keep the fatty foods and the yogurts and the ice cream at the top
Yes.
shelf, so it's harder for people to not reach for it because hey, just don't.
That's it. Yeah. There's some shit about a yogurt shop and stuff, right? I know
yes, that was yeah.
It was like some
I was
beaten
trying to
down,
remember what the other one was. Yeah.
some beaten down old yogurt shop, like during the pandemic, who was struggling, and she went in there and gave them all this shit about their yogurt and like, I don't know.
You've got these fatty foods too close to too close to the reach of people, and then people.
Yeah,
reach
like
for
they're
them
trying.
and then-
Imagine trying to sell stuff to people. Imagine that being a business. Crazy. Anyway, she's on my hit list today. Old news. It happened, a week ago? A week and a half ago or something? But Demi Lovato has now informed us all that we shouldn't be saying aliens because it's a derogatory term.
Yeah, to aliens.
Not actual, like, not to, like, immigrant aliens or
Nope,
anything.
just
Like,
the aliens.
don't for a second think it's a real thing. It's not. It's not a real thing. She's talking about extraterrestrials. Testicles. That's what she's talking about. And she says that we can't say aliens because they'll get upset. All right. Okay.
When they
What is her
eventually-
source?
She's bored of shit.
She
and
did
she's got
do
nothing to do.
she done the UFO show, Mike. So she does have an expertise, a background in
Right.
this.
Okay.
She did maybe one season of that show, so she knows what she's fucking talking about.
Nope.
We should get her and Tom DeLonge on a
I was
show
gonna say
together.
I would like to confer with Tom DeLonge
whoa.
and see what his opinion is on this matter.
We should get they and Tom DeLonge
Oh shit!
because
Oh, wait, I forgot she was they. No, yeah, I forgot about that.
Didn't even
Whatever.
know that.
Yeah, she's they.
Hey, what is it next week for Demi Lovato? Who fucking knows?
Time to get real mad. Time to talk shit about the things we can't stand. Ain't nobody out there's getting a pass. Smart enough, dumbass.
Look at us guys, just
know what?
three bros talking about fucking gender fluid people.
Nope. Hey. Nope. Nope.
I'm sorry. It seemed I am setting a bad example because I'm like smoking a cigar and drinking a fucking beer, and I was like, damn it,
Couldn't be more
Lovato,
redneck right now.
I'm just like, okay, that's so not me, all right. But she's fucking dumb. I don't know. She should probably get some help.
Just
or
trying to
something.
make the news, really, is
Yeah.
all it is.
Does she
isn't
have an
it?
album coming out or something? Is this Kanye
I don't
all
think
over
so.
again?
I don't think so.
Here, I never normally have smarten up dumbasses, and I can't really get overly annoyed about anything, but I did have one the other week.
Mike's annoyed. Mike's annoyed.
It's not even going to come off as an annoyance. It's just going to be more a minor gripe. So,
I'm minorly griped.
have any of you guys watched Squid Game yet?
Yeah.
No.
Or at least aware of the phenomenon, anyways.
Yep.
So, during my watching of Squid Game, I'm flicking through my Facebook feed, which I do very, very rarely now. Every now and again, now that like gigs and events and stuff are happening again, I'm flicking
We have,
through just
we
to
have
see.
to do it for our jobs.
Exactly.
We
Trying to
have
see if there's anything going on.
Fucking
And,
Zuckerberg.
And friggin' it was a closed company. I want to say maybe Boohoo or like River Island or something.
Okay.
These companies, these big companies that are like, they're trying to sell you clothes, and normally they put up pictures of people in clothes that you'd maybe want to buy. But then there's this trendy, cool thing that's happening. Everybody loves Squid Game. And then they start posting up pictures of like spoilers for it. And it's only been out for like 2 or 3 days. And you're scrolling past your feed, and the last thing that you expect to see on a clothes company's website is like spoilers and stuff that happens in a series that you're trying to watch. And it's like, why are you trying to be cool? Just be yourself. Be a clothes company. Just put up pictures of people in clothes and try and get me to buy them. Don't
Yeah.
try and be like with the cool kids and put up your pictures of Squid Game and like try and put up smart captions, you're a clothes company. Why?
Be a clothes company.
Yeah.
Be a clothes company, guys. Don't
That's
be the latest social media trend. Don't be
Yeah.
news for series that have just come out. Be clothes people.
That's
Show me
about
the
the
clothes.
height. That's about the height of my rage that I can
Just show
get
me
to.
the clothes.
But which is slightly annoying.
Yeah, I get that. It's between that and overly woke commercial. Which I think we're gonna get like overly woke commercials for Christmas, like to a new extent this year. I'm pretty sure that's coming. Yeah, whatever. But I don't like it. I don't know. I feel like that's setting a bad example here. I was like, these woke fucking liberals or some shit. I was like, that's. I know. It's just, you know.
You're the
people...
one saying it. You're like, I must be. And I'm like, hey, whatever.
I'm seeing myself in the camera. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I'm in a body warmer. I look like I've been out hunting. I'm a fucking vegetarian, everyone. It's don't do that. I'm a good boy.
See what happens. You're a vegetarian. You smoke cigars and you drink beers.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
You're getting your sides all crossed.
That's pretty fucking cool, man.
I have that same gripe with YouTube channels that do content when things end and they go, "Let me explain the ending," and I'm like, "Hey, no."
If I want the ending explained, I will Google it myself.
Exactly. I don't mind a little breakdown. I quite like those videos. I do like a video breakdown of things, but I hate that shit where it's just like the thumbnail of the last part of the movie, and they'll maybe try and like, oh, like, I can't believe this, or what this really meant at the end of whatever, and it's like, yeah, I'm not a fucking moron. I can look at the thumbnail. I know roughly what it's about. I've put the ending together.
Yeah.
I've put the ending together already, and I haven't even seen the movie. It's just you ruined it.
I'm unique in this situation. Well, I don't know if I'm unique, but if somebody tells me a spoiler, I go, okay, right, I found that out, and I'll go, right, now let me judge the movie and see if I like the
how
movie.
it got there. Yeah.
The adventure is more.
Oh, that's deep, dude.
Good.
The adventure was inside us all along.
Because I got Squid Game spoiled for me a week before I finally watched it, and I was like,
Was
okay.
it by Boohoo?
No, it was
guys.
it was by some person that always thinks it's cool to go, what's the new trend? Do you like watching this? Are you getting satisfaction watching this? Let me tell you what happens, even though I'm not interested in it because I've seen it somewhere, and let me spoil your fun. And I'm like,
oh yeah, that's the worst thing is somebody that hasn't even watched the show.
Yeah,
they
and
just
they don't
know
care.
what happens. Yeah, I know.
So I've grown to like just go. I guess you got your fun, and now let me enjoy the adventure of.
That's the thing, yeah. Don't let it bother you. Yeah, like it was still, yeah. Even if you know the twists and turns, it was still a really good show. Like it was still entertaining. But another thing about thumbnails, you were saying about thumbnails. This literally just happened today. But there's these weird articles, and I feel like it's just like you're just a person with too much time on your hands to make connections that aren't there. There was a thumbnail that I scrolled past today, obviously because like the new Matrix is coming out and stuff, but it was like the blue pill, and it's like, find out this crazy fan theory as to why the blue pill just symbolized death. And the other side of the thumbnail, the first side was a Matrix picture with the blue pill in his hand. That's fine. The other side of the thumbnail was a picture of a character from the Disney cartoon Moana that had a blue crystal on her necklace. And I'm like, what? Who is spending time putting these two shows together?
Like, shared universe, baby. Yeah. Everything's a shared universe now. Everything's shared.
The internet is garbage sometimes.
Yeah.
Blue pill, red pill.
Blue pill.
It's like, hey, why are we separating everything? Demi Lovato says, this person says, fucking get the red and the blue pill and make a purple one.
One purple pill. One purple pill. and that's all you need. It's Viagra.
Are they purple?
For men and women.
Fortunately, that's blue.
No, it's a men and it's a ladies and men Viagra pill. Just share the love. Purple pill. For sale now.
There you go.
Yeah, and then you spoil a TV show to advertise it. Real question.
Yes.
Might inadvertently ask this and have big spoilers, but for real, I haven't watched anything to do with Squid Game. I know roughly what it is. Any squids?
No.
No.
No squids, but, and this isn't a spoiler, that is a name of a game.
Okay. The last game, the big game.
Yeah.
Of a Korean game. I think it's an actual Korean
but
But,
probably the last one of the show.
climax of this show.
Yeah. See, I'm not dumb. I
Oh,
put
wait,
it
did you
together.
Wait, did you know that?
No.
Oh, right. See, I could have
Yeah.
just said no, and then Mike could have said
You,
no.
it was very
And then
convincing.
Mike
I was kind of just like, yeah, it's bound to be like, isn't it? So, but yeah, well done for like no spoilers whatsoever. I kind of just thought like, everybody going in is gonna be like, yeah, that's gonna be, if that's a game, it's gonna be towards the end somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was gonna be a game, and then I was like in there. I was getting mixed up with is it whenever like you can eat octopus and it like can kill you or something? I was just like, fuck, do they have to eat squids and it might kill them or something? I don't know. I'm way.
Oh
off
no,
this.
no, no.
Yeah, don't worry. It's not as much.
I haven't watched
involved
one
with
fucking
squids
episode,
as
so I
the
don't know what I'm
title.
talking about.
Also,
Yeah.
also,
I
Mike,
have
did
no
you,
idea.
did you watch it with subtitles?
Yeah.
And you heard the Korean
Yeah.
voice? Okay, that's
Yeah.
how you should watch it.
Oh,
Oh,
100%. Yeah. I'm
already seen the trailer with an or American dub or whatever.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Any foreign films that I ever watch, I prefer to read subtitles anyways, because
'Cause you
there's
actually-
that weird, even if they get good people dubbing stuff, there's that weird disconnect. It's not even that the voice comes out at a different time from when the mouth is moving. It's not that for me. It's that most of the time you can tell that it's not that person's voice. They don't.
Yeah, the person
look how
doing
they
the
sound.
voiceover, the
Yeah.
person doing the voiceover overreacts.
Very rarely.
Like, whoa, what you doing? Stop
Yeah.
it.
And apparently,
Awesome.
I read a
Watch
thing
that.
as well about. Well, I know there was a big thing with Squid Game in that the dubbed version, anyways, the English translation that they done for the dubbed version really changed the meaning of a lot of scenes in it. So there was complaints, in that way, anyways. But like, I was reading this thing, I think it was yesterday or something, that a lot of times, literally, actors who are dubbing movies, it's not like a big, organized studio thing where they get a translator in and everything else. Sometimes they will literally use Google Translate and stuff on a script, and that's how they dub movies. It seems really lazy. It's like you're definitely going to get things lost in translation unless you have somebody that natively speaks the language translating it properly.
Yeah,
which
'cause,
is so weird.
Troy Baker was talking about that on a podcast I was watching with him about video games, and he said the same thing, but he would go out of his way to find out if that phrase or something exists
It's accurate, yeah.
and then he would try and do something in English. But yeah, that's down to the voice actors, because he also said some voice actors just want to go in and go out.
Yeah,
So it's like,
fair.
which is why Troy Baker is Troy Baker, and they are doing nothing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think one of the
Troy Baker's
main
best.
the main things about Squid Game, again, it's not really a spoiler, but a lot of it is kind of in the same way that Parasite tried to make commentary on poverty and stuff.
There's
All right.
meaning behind.
All right,
Squid
Meek
Game.
Mill. Meek Mill's like Squid Game's the ghetto. I read that and I was like, I haven't seen it, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Meek
There
Mill.
is a lot of there's a lot of social finger pointing.
Apparently, a lot of that
Illuminati
gets
as
lost
well.
in the dubbed version, if you know what I mean. The symbolism and the stuff that they're trying to say kind of gets a little bit lost in translation there, I think,
Yeah.
was the thing that I was reading about it.
And then
Yeah.
obviously everybody knows the facts of Squid Game by now, because when something popular happens, everyone goes, "Let me see the facts and let me try and do some trivia." But obviously, he came up with that in 2008.
Yeah, and he couldn't sell it to them.
He got rejected. So.
Yeah, which is insane. And now it's like Netflix's biggest show ever or something like that.
Isn't it the weird thing that it became Netflix's biggest show from Netflix being like, this could be our biggest show? I feel like that was the promo for it over and over again. It's like, this might be our biggest show ever. And then it was, but it was only their biggest show because it kept saying, this might be our biggest show. Say that about fucking anything. Say that about friggin' Robot Wars. But it's
I think what happened
might
was
be our most watched show ever. And then it was like, fuck, I need to check this thing out.
I think it came out and it done very well on its own, and then they were like, well, this is a smart marketing tactic. This could be our biggest show ever. So then everybody's like, oh, everybody's already watching this and I haven't yet? I better watch it or else I'm missing out, sort of thing.
I don't want to dwell on this too long because we got to talk about music.
Do we?
Fuck the music.
We've got like 3-4 hours. This is our first episode back.
That's
it always
fine.
runs long.
It's so spooky. It's so scary Halloween special. Does anybody watch You? I don't know if you guys watch You or not.
Oh yes, dude.
Yeah,
I'm on episode.
I haven't watched the new season yet. No.
Yeah, I'm on episode 4, 5.
I just finished that the other night.
I've been on that from the get go. Season 1 was just
same.
whoa, fuck.
Same, dude. It's basically your Dexter fill-in, pretty much. It's pretty similar. No, the only reason I brought it up is you know something I learned from the most recent season of You.
I was also taking notes.
Jesus, Hunter.
And just I have no idea what that reference means. I was just expecting him to whip out like a notepad or something.
Well, I don't know what he's getting at either, but I just know that it's like 3 seasons worth of a guy stalking and killing women. So,
well,
I mean,
you took that the wrong way. I thought he meant notes as in like about the show.
I'm taking notes.
Not as in like tips.
Oh, I'm taking notes, boys.
he kills very
Well, it
annoying
is the
people as
creepy
well.
Halloween episode.
Yeah, that is scary. No, you know what they do? You're gonna notice this now whenever you watch it. They do this like several times over in the show. Is that someone will be either lying unconscious or taken off guard, and I guess they all have facial unlock on their phone because they'll just like hold the phone in their face and it'll like go like unlock, and it's like fucking put a pin on there as well, guys, and then they would never be able to get in. And it's like dead bodies on the ground. You just hold the phone up, like just unlocked, and I'm just like, fuck. That was lucky that everyone had Face ID and nobody had a pin or a pattern.
Also, just to be that guy, they're also living in the safest town in America.
Yeah, it's not though. It's not though, and it's a TV show. It's not real. So I'm just getting like it's just a funny thing. I don't care. I went to see fucking Venom versus Carnage, and that was the
what a
biggest
waste
piece
of time. Do you know why it's a
piece of
waste of
bullshit.
time? Because it's the same movie as the first one.
Only words.
Just with
Yes,
just
100%.
with Woody is his name Woody Harrelson? Just with him looking like
Andy,
this.
you don't even know. That's way too accurate. You don't even know though, Andy. You say it's the same as the first movie. No, it's the first
it's
movie
worse.
was watchable. Watchable.
That's pretty terrible.
This is
I genuinely wanted to walk out, and it's been a while since I felt like that about anything. I was like, I could just do without.
it
this.
was way too concerned with trying to be funny and
I know when the last
not
time you wanted
being.
to walk out.
So,
The Mary Poppins in fucking Star Wars.
oh yeah, sorry, I thought you meant the Mary Poppins movie, and I was like, did I? when I talked to you about that, I was like,
Were
I
we
fucking
high?
want to walk out of that Mary Poppins movie.
Just in case somebody watches this and they really want to watch that, I'm just going to say Mary Poppins, Star Wars, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, I said that to Sarah whenever I got home. I was like, I haven't rolled my eyes so hard at a movie since The Last Jedi. Like, then that's true. Because it was filled with every movie trope, like, in the game. Everything that they said was just, like, whatever. It's like, he's about to kill, like, a dude, and then he's like, I have a family! And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Who
It
wrote
was
that?
also one of those. It's like that friggin' Family Guy bit. One of those movies where they're like have to get the film title in. Let there be carnage.
All right.
He said it. He said the movie
I'm
title.
glad.
He said the
I'm
movie,
glad,
everyone.
I'm glad I could like. Obviously, if you go watch whatever you want. But I'm glad I'm at the point now in life, age-wise, that I can go. Yeah, that looks bad. I'm not gonna. I've had enough movie experience.
Do you know? I swear to God, this is the first movie in I would say years that I knew going in that I wasn't gonna enjoy it, but I still paid to go anyways. I think it was more about actually seeing you guys that we went with, seeing a couple of friends and stuff. So, but like normally, I would 100% be that guy. It's like, no, this looks bad. I'm not even gonna try it. I'll just wait to stream it.
It was my first visit to a movie theater in like a year and a half, and that's what I seen.
I was not going to waste it on Carnage.
I know. By the way,
Go and see Dune or something.
By the way, the cinema experience was really fucking weird. It's in Bangor, the Bangor Omniplex. What a terrible system. I don't know if anybody else has been there, but Jesus Christ.
It was weird.
You show up to the place, right? And there's a guy standing at the doorway whenever you walk in. So he's standing there, obviously mask checking, whatever, cool. And he's like, how many, you got tickets? How many's with you? And you're like, 5. He's like, okay, is a food order on the tickets? And I was like, I didn't know you could do that. No, there is not food on the tickets. And then he's like, okay, if you want to just order food, sorry, is it cash or card? And I'm just like, card. And then he's like, you just want to order on these little machines over here? So the machines are like in the opposite direction of the concession stand. So I was like, okay. So it's like a McDonald's thing where you order the
McDonald's
food.
thing, yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So then I go over, and you can't even like pick what you actually want on it. It just says like combo, like large combo, medium combo. You can't say what kind of popcorn you want or what kind of drink. So it's like, okay, medium combo. And then the guy even says this. He's like, just take the 3 receipts up. And I'm like, 3 receipts?
3 receipts?
Don't know why, but okay.
Why are we bringing paper into this?
Why are we? We're killing so many trees. So, like, take the 3 receipts after you're finished up to the concession stand. So I'm like, right, okay, medium combo, 3 receipts. Take them out. Walk over. There's 2 parts to the concession stand. Now, bearing in mind, whenever I say 2 parts, there's 2 parts for us to go to as customers, but behind the counter, it's all one. All those people can walk past and interact. That's fine. They're all together. They split it here.
But no,
because one is to go over and like give your order in. So like a check-in or whatever you want to
check-in.
That's
that's what the terminology was on the receipt.
Yeah.
So you just take your check-in receipt and you go to the right-hand side of the concession stand.
Yeah. So
and you
then
check in.
Yeah, I went to check in with my food order. I went over and I have like 3 receipts. And I literally say to the guy like I have 3 receipts. I don't even know which one. And then he just took one. So I was like, I guess I just keep these other 2. I don't really know why. And he puts it on like, one of those things they have in restaurants, like a little spike thing. And you put the receipts on it.
And so he scanned it.
Well, he scanned it. And then he pops it on there. And then
did he
goes,
ask you your popcorn?
Yes, I'm getting there. He says to me, what drink do you want? I'm like, a Coke Zero. And he goes, what type of popcorn? And I'm like, I'll have sweet popcorn. And he's like, okay, no problem. And then he gave me a different receipt in exchange. A new receipt came into this. So I take that receipt. So I got 3 again.
And he's dying.
And then I went back out.
It's like, if you just join this queue to the left.
So I got to go round the rope.
They can walk the whole way up and down. But if you just go back out of the queue and join this new queue with your new receipt and bring that up to them.
So I go around. I go around to the checkout. I've been checked in. I went to the checkout with my new receipt and my 2 others that seem completely void at this point. I don't really know what they're for.
They're your copy.
I guess for my documentation.
Need to go to court over this transaction.
File it away at home under C for cinema. And then so I go up and they're like, sorry, come on. It's like, have you got your receipt? Yep. Which one? The new one. Okay, here you go. And I give it to her, and she takes it. Now she gets the Coke, like no problem, and brings it back. And she goes, what kind of popcorn is it? I was like, sweet. And then we realized we realized afterwards the reason that I was asked a second time and why everyone's asked a second time is that on the receipt it just says popcorn S, which could be sweet or salted, which are the two options. So really, that doesn't help. And I don't really understand why the first guy didn't just go and get the stuff. And this is to prevent the spreading of COVID, but I feel like there's about 5 extra steps to this that there didn't need to be, where I interacted with way too many people and held too many pieces of paper. Yeah, and that was it. And then finally I got the stuff.
Touching a screen that other people has touched, dealing with 2 separate people, so 4 extra hands.
As well as the guy at the front who needs to explain the journey you're about to go on. Like, you're about to go on a quest, young man, to get popcorn. It's like you come in. That's why I feel like straight away, I don't even know it was an option to order tickets online and order my food while I was there. It's like I'm not going for another 7 days. What the fuck? So it's like, halt. It's like, how many is in your party? 5. There is a quest you must go on. Please tell me you have brought the food order with you. It's like, we haven't. Oh, this is going to be a mighty long journey for you. It's like, I just want to go see the movie, man. I want to go see the movie.
Yeah. It was pretty rough.
I don't know. That feels like I exaggerated. Just go to the movies and see
sweet or salted.
Yeah,
really
that's the funniest shit ever.
Whenever we realized that.
How long's it been going on for, and why has nobody spoken up? Because clearly there's been a system since they've reopened, and it's kind of like, why has no one learned popcorn S doesn't help? Popcorn S. What kind of popcorn? Popcorn S. So anyway, there was music news. I didn't write it down, so I've forgotten.
Oh, well.
Anybody else got it?
You should have. You know what you should have done? Should have had receipts for them.
Oh.
Should have kept them receipts and wrote down on the receipts.
No. You know what I did want to talk about?
What?
Limp Biscuit.
Them little puffs.
I'm trying to get the end of this all yeah. So, do you remember a couple episodes back we were talking about Fred Durst and the fact that he was rocking this weird indie dad look or some shit? Everybody's like, "Oh, I thought he was bald," and it's like, "No, bald by choice." So he grew all this fucking weird white hair and mustache, and everyone's like, "Oh, Fred Durst with these dad vibes." So recently, Limp Bizkit actually released a song called "Dad Vibes," which is a hilariously weird song. I don't know. I'm playing it all the time. It's so dumb, but it's funny. And I say the problem. It's just a question I have is like I feel like we're in a chicken egg situation of like, what came first? Did Fred Durst start looking like a dad, and then people were like, "Hey, that guy's got all these dad vibes," and he's like, "I could market a song like this," and it's like people think I look, we're coming alive again. People are taking notice. Let's write a song and really market this shit. Or did he already write the song, and then the look came after because he's like, "I've written this song called Dad Vibes, guys," but I feel I need to embody the dad vibe. So then he got the look after. Which one came first, the dad vibe or the song?
I feel like it's reactionary.
I think it is.
Like, oh, this is a thing now.
People like this.
I think I seen
money
the other day that he was polling to see if fans were up for a full album, a new Limp Bizkit album. I think I seen somewhere.
Why would we not be?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, obviously not. Hopefully not a reactionary album. Hopefully it's not about him having dad vibes and looking like he's.
Vibes.
It's like, I was once bald. People thought I was bald. Now I've got hair. It's like, I don't know.
You know it's a good song whenever it starts out with "Check out your dad with the swag on the floor." Mama gonna brag when I walk in the door. You ain't never seen
it's
a
still
gorilla.
a Limp Bizkit song, 100%.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know
this is the kind of stuff that we need right now.
I haven't listened to it.
I think my favorite line is fuck. I'm forgetting now. Like it says like, Dad drops so hard like a rock, so damn clean he a mop. Like that's the fucking
Oh yeah, it's
best.
definitely a reactionary song. Then you just need that to come out really. Yeah, you just need that.
Yeah, yeah. Dad don't stop, drop like a rock, so damn clean he a mop, and then sugar cane down with the main. Dad's so sweet that
Oh,
his
you've
nickname
heard the
Candy.
song.
Oh, I
Jesus.
know it. I fucking know it.
On repeat, man.
Can't live with him. Can't live without him.
I
Get
haven't,
back
and
on
I
the block
refuse
with
to.
a whip.
I don't
Fucking know
want
that
to.
song off by heart, man.
I don't want to.
It's the best.
Good.
It's on the playlist.
I vow. Skip.
You can skip that one. It's on Distant Sound Waves for this month, which is currently being updated as we speak. I'll fix that all.
I need to
later.
send you mine. I will send you after the show.
And
My
pick
couple of picks.
out of the list I gave you, whatever.
Yeah, you were like, do you have anything for the playlist? And it was like,
I have a scroll.
I had to
yeah.
stop.
Well, I feel like I wanted to have it for today, the updated playlist, and then I realized there's quite a lot of people releasing songs like tomorrow. Beauty
Yeah.
Sleep's single
Hold it
comes
back
out
slightly,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Paper
Get everything on
Tigers
it.
have a new song coming out tomorrow. So
On a Thursday.
I know it was with it. Well, Thursday, everybody.
Screw the music industry, man. Just go
Yeah.
against it.
Well, I don't know. It's like, did somebody hear something that I didn't? Do we release songs on Thursdays now? I heard it was Fridays. I heard it was Fridays.
Sometimes due days.
Sometimes I don't know. There's stuff dropping all around. There's like a Batman trailer on a Monday or some shit. I don't know. Oh, you want to talk about movies?
That I will go to the cinema to watch that.
Yeah, so will I. It looks pretty good.
What's the name of the guy that plays Riddler? Fucking John
Paul Dano.
Paul
Dano.
Yes.
Paul Dano.
And
Yeah.
what was weird was I had no idea he was the Riddler until a day after I watched There Will Be Blood for the first time, and he's the Reverend Church dude.
he's a great
oh
actor.
my god!
He is a very
I was
good
like,
actor.
this guy.
I'm pretty sure he's in. I hope I'm getting this right now. There's like a Hugh Jackman,
Wolverine.
Jake Gyllenhaal movie called Prisoners.
Mysterio.
Prisoners, yeah, and
Yeah,
he's
that's
Yeah, he's in
in
it as
Luke.
well.
Luke?
Yes. hmm
But yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
he
wait
like
for
he really picks good movie roles, like
Yeah.
or good movies to be involved in. I don't know how if he keeps picking like really good stuff all the time.
And then freaking who was it Colin Farrell playing
Penguin.
Penguin.
Cobblepot?
And there was some sort of story, I can't even remember. It was like ages ago because like I feel like the Batman's been filming forever or something. But I think it was maybe whoever's playing Alfred or something went up and was talking to Colin Farrell, but he was in full makeup and didn't realize it was Colin Farrell.
It's crazy.
He thought he was like an extra or something like that.
And by the way, he can do if Robert De Niro wanted a voice actor for his movie, Colin Farrell could do it because he sounds like Robert De Niro in the trailer.
Sweetheart.
I got you. I got you.
I know. Yeah, is Andy Serkis, the great director of Venom, is Alfred in that movie? Yeah. I also believe that Andy Serkis is always in mocap. I don't think he actually looks like what he looks like.
Not allowed.
I think he's like he looks
Nobody's
more
ever
like,
seen him
Yeah.
in real life.
Contract.
He looks more like Gollum, like in real life, but then he wears a mocap all the time that makes him look like Andy Serkis, who then looks like Hugh
Does,
Jackman's Wolverine.
Drones
also.
and projectors are involved.
Does Peter Jackson own his real life body? You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to appear in movies as yourself.
Andy Serkis isn't a real person. It's just Peter Jackson in mocap all the time. I like that theory. I think that's a good theory. Yeah, we can hit a commercial break. We will come back with more of this.
We should probably talk about music.
Talk about something.
Yeah. We'll talk about music in the second
about-
half.
Kanye's hair or something.
Yeah, that'll fill about 40 minutes. I'm gonna also play this Halloween video again because I didn't make it for one like one intro start. So here it is again.
Hey there, fresh-faced creative in a youthful advertising demographic. Does your reading material have a distinct lack of cultural nourishment for your slowly decaying, malnourished soul? Stop! Put that garbage down. Everyone knows you shouldn't get your news from old mediums like paper. That's 2/8th century. Plug into the information superhighway, loser, and read a zine. It's like a magazine, but without all that dumbass paper. Read Stranger Days, the arts and culture e-zine. It's got music, comedy, art, poetry, tarot cards, cinema, year spaceship, comics, podcasts, and Jim Carrey. Read Stranger Days now, because between you, me, and your trusty canine companion, we know fluffy cuddles and e-zines are the only way to push back the existential dread slowly consuming your every waking moment. Hold back the darkness today with Stranger Days. Available now at strangerdays.wordpress.com.
If you want to wrap your ears around all the music we've been talking about on the podcast, we run a special playlist over on Spotify. It's called Distant Sound Waves. Here over at Six Set Bro, we always thought, well, what's the gosh darn point of doing a music podcast if you can't let people hear any music? There is a whole lot of legal mumbo jumbo and copyright issues that prevent us from actually doing that on the pod. So we thought that was a pretty good compromise. We make a playlist and it gets updated every single month. On the playlist, we have things like all the new singles from local homegrown talent that we've talked about. Maybe some of the bigger artists that we've had conversations about, we'll put those guys on there. Or maybe it's just something new that we stumbled across and we've been talking about on the podcast. It is all there. You can find Distant Sound Waves by searching for it on Spotify, or you can find the links all over our social medias. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Shout out to our unofficial sponsors, Stranger Days, e-zine. You can look it up. You can follow their social medias. Their most recent Halloween edition is out, I believe, and features friends of the show, longtime friends of the show. Sarah McCready is in there, promoting her new single, Wildflower, which is amazing, can I just say. And also, Sean McCann is in this issue of Stranger Days, promoting his EP that our very own Money Mike, he designed the cover art for that. We're just doing it all over here at your spaceship, just doing it all.
Hey, were you talking about me?
No.
Okay.
Don't be so egotistical, Mike. Just thanking our sponsors. And the second sponsor was ourselves, which it usually is most
it's
weeks.
good to hear that we've got sponsors.
Yeah, one is they don't know they're a sponsor, which is Stranger Days, which I just talked about, the most recent issue, with Sarah McCready and Sean McCann, and Distant Sound Waves, the playlist that is a companion playlist to this podcast.
Andy's working on the Airwaves sponsorship.
Yeah, we're trying to get that Airwaves sponsorship. We're trying to get any form of pizza sponsorship, so that I can live off of it forever. Pizza Hut, looking at you. Domino's, looking at you. Anywhere else will do. Don't mind. Distant Sound Waves playlist will be updated by the end of this week. If you go on it now, it's kind of half updated. But we're waiting for those new singles to drop, and we all like to put our picks in there, so at the minute it's just kind of some of the songs that I have chosen, which we will shout out at the end of the show. Sorry for sounding so Belfast there. We'll shout out those songs. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out. But yeah, thank you guys for paying us nothing to do this. Well, we never asked you to anyway. Sorry, Stranger Days. We've just claimed you as our unofficial sponsor anyway. They're gonna. I don't think they want to be affiliated. yeah, so I was sort of waiting for Ali made a point before we had a commercial break there. So we're just waiting because we got a lot to catch up on this man.
Is it yay or is it nay? Nobody knows it's yay.
What the fuck was that? Kanye?
So, number one, stingers are pointless now for Kanye because he changed his name and it's official. Judge ruled in his favor, changing the name to Ye instead of Kanye. So now I'm gonna have to do shit like this.
What the fuck was that? Kanye?
I gotta get better
you
at this.
missed it.
What
Yeah.
the fuck
Need to
was
get
that?
that timing.
Hey?
There it is.
What the fuck was that? Kanye?
Fuck, this is hard.
He
What
sounds
the
like
fuck was that? Kanye?
That was just the same thing. One time, one more.
What the fuck was that?
And this is the rest of the podcast.
he sounds
I
like
did it one time and I should have stopped after that.
he sounds like he's trying to say his name backwards. You know, like the swear words in like the 90s, where it's like instead of shit, it's like.
What the fuck was that? Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
There you go.
I'll take it. I'll take it
Get
as a
while you're at
victory. Yeah, totally worth the laughs. Totally worth the laughs.
And that is as creative as his hair. Carry on.
Yeah. So, yeah, the hair is a more recent thing too. So he changed the name. He changed the name from Kanye to Ye. That's new, but we kind of knew it was coming. But the judges ruled in the favor of it, so that's definitely happening. Then he got a haircut then, and I am trying not to, I don't mean this in an offensive way, but it's not really a haircut and kind of just looks more like alopecia or something. It literally looks like his hair's falling out. But definitely promoting it as a fresh new cut. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
Apparently, it's supposed to say yay in there somewhere.
I
But
heard
I
that
can't see
too.
I didn't see
but
it.
I
It is.
don't-
It's like one of those. Do you know in the '90s you used to get those like those magic eye puzzles that if like you look at long enough that you might see the picture.
Magic
like-
eye puzzle.
You have to,
I
like,
don't know what the fuck that is.
you have to like.
Yeah,
slightly close
Andy
your
knows
eyes.
exactly what I'm
You
talking
don't
about.
know what a
yeah.
magic eye is? The books with all like the fucking and then the 3D image came at you.
Dude, if Stu doesn't know, then half of our audience probably doesn't know.
No, if Stu doesn't know, definitely our audience knows. A magic eye book.
I don't know. It sounds dumb though. Magic
Where's
Yeah,
eye.
it's,
Sarah?
I could never
Sarah?
get them. I could never get them. They were like these weird.
Were you trying
pattern-
hard to get them? Was this something
No.
that people were really
It wasn't
lusted
school.
after?
I felt left out. It was a trendy thing back in the day. Let me tell you.
Was this like the
they were all over the
the
place.
Pokemon cards of
Picture.
yesteryear? Magic
Yes, but
eye
it was
book?
basically just sitting too close to a book picture to try
So,
and
like,
see
there
if
was
you
a-
could
I
see.
can do
was a-
that.
There was a technique where if like you crossed your eyes and then pulled the book back and slightly
Oh.
uncrossed your eyes, you'd do this, and then an image would come out of this
Okay.
freaking
Never came for
cool
me.
album type freaking page.
Probably why I have bad eyesight.
There's
It's not
a
that I sat too
whole,
close to the TV. I was trying to find those magic eye friggin' books.
There is a whole Seinfeld episode that is based on this. That's like that 3D print art, and
Yeah.
there's one where Mr. Pitt has the painting, and it's meant to be like 3D printed art, but he can't see it. And then Kramer comes in and he sees it straight away, of like it's meant to be like a spaceship or something, and he's just staring at it the entire time, and he's like, "I can't see it," and he becomes obsessed with it.
There was
Actually, a
jokes
full
about
book.
that. The whole thing was like there was a lot of people I feel told you they seen stuff when they didn't, just because they wanted to. It was one of those things like where you wanted to be able to see it, even if you didn't see it.
Yeah,
It's literally like
true.
a Tool album cover, just like there, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, anyways, yeah, I'm looking for something in Kanye's head. Yay!
Oh, yeah, I forgot what
or
we
a
were talking
picture
about.
or
Yeah.
anything.
Okay.
I can't
Supposed
see
to
it.
say yay.
Yeah, but you see, Kanye fans, they have done this over and over again. I don't even know if it's just a meme at this point, where like there was like album covers where it's like they're trying to write "yay" in it as if he's hidden it, and you're like, no, that's just you drawing "yay" over things. Like it doesn't actually do anything. But I think it
And
just became a.
I call back to the Matrix and Moana. This is people with too much time on their
Connections.
hands.
Connections. There's a shared multi. Well, it's like fucking Space Jam 2 all over again. The Warner verse.
Jeez, you really watching shite movies,
Yeah.
Venom and Space Jam 2.
Yeah, I know. And there's so many good movies passed me by that I really want to see. You know what it is? I just like to be angry and complain about the world. And
Part
I
of
feel
dad
like
mode.
it fuels me. It fuels me a little bit where I want to see something terrible. I don't want to see good art. I want to see terrible art.
He wants to be able to say, movies aren't as good as they were back in my day.
Back in my day, we had magic eye books. That's all we had. We didn't even have movie pictures.
It was Magic Eye Books, Goosebumps, Captain Pugwash, fucking.
Captain who?
Fucking. You
That's
know what?
a more UK thing. I just went with it. I was agreeing with him, and I was like, I'm just gonna let him have that last
Let's
one.
not start on
I
British
forgot
children's shows.
you were brought up in Antarctica somewhere where nobody knows
With
anything.
the polar bears.
I don't know. I felt like we had like more normal shows. Like British kids shows freak me out. See, whenever I have to put an end to the night garden for my son, Jesus Christ, like that's some terrifying shit. It's really weird, and it's just what is with these British like kid shows where they're just like mumbly bumbly, fumbly jumbly bumbly, and I'm like, what? That's nonsense. That's nothing. That's not a thing. That's just you talking gibberish. I don't know what that is. And everyone's called Mumbly Bumbly Dumbly. Like, everyone's just got gibberish rhyming names.
Who knows? To your son, that he's probably talking absolute mad facts.
He's
He's like, whoa.
absorbing
And
it all
then-
in.
You don't get it, but
It's like the part in the Matrix,
You're
like,
fucking-
I know Kung Fu.
Yeah, plug me in.
he could be saying
Mumbly, bumbly,
mumbly bumbly to you, and then Al's
Make
probably
it-
going.
make
His
it
eyes are
perfect
just
sense.
fluttering as he's
Today.
watching it.
I know Kung Fu. Dude. I don't know. Garbage, straight up. So yeah, Kanye did that, and then also, as you could probably see from our thumbnail, which I apologize, I usually have more pictures prepared for the old video watchers of the podcast, but we got this shit going on.
That terrified me. Like whenever you put it up, I wasn't ready for it. Like our weight screen.
It's like one of those jump scare. Yeah, so Kanye just been
weird?
walking around in fucking weird masks.
What's weird about that is that that head piece makes his like head look so tiny, and his body's like gigantic.
Yeah.
It looks like, like if you were trying to do like Michael Myers for Halloween, but you couldn't go to the really cool fancy, what do you call that fancy Halloween store down in Belfast?
Smurfs?
Oh,
It's
is
not-
it? No,
it's not
no.
called
There's
Smurfs.
another. Yeah, there's another.
I know
one.
the one you mean, and I always forget the name of it.
But you can't afford there, so you like have to go to like I was gonna say a dollar store, like Poundland or something, and get like their Michael Myers mask
Dollar
instead.
store?
That's what I know.
Yeah,
well,
that's- yeah.
Poundland, same sort of idea. I
Same
grew up with polar bears, man. Leave me alone.
dude. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, with everything to do with Kanye, is that that mask is, you would need to look it up. I didn't really do my research for this.
Did
but,
he not wear like another like face gray one that was just like it wasn't like an over the head type thing. It was like literally just
Yeah.
like a gray
It
face.
kind of looked like a thing from Squid Game, to be honest. And then this one is like some old, it's like some old French horror thing. Like it is a thing. It's not just a weird knockoff mask. But it's just very obscure. And he was in France. But there's also that video, I was talking to you guys in the chat about this, where he randomly performed at a wedding in Venice. I don't really know what was going on there. But essentially there's been all this, like, I don't know, assumption that Kanye would never perform his old material anymore since he's been reborn Christian. Because he doesn't really like the old lyrics or what he was singing about at the time. But he performed
If
two
he
old
still
songs.
gets money off every stream.
Of course he does.
Don't try and follow the logic, Andy. Don't
Yeah,
try and.
there's no point. Yeah, so he performed Runaway, and flashing lights, but Runaway is just, you need to look up the video of it because it's just like, I can't help but feel whoever booked this man, it's the great Kanye West, for their wedding, because it's him in that mask you were talking about, where it's just like the gray one at the front, and the vocals all messed up because he has the mask on. It looks like a piece of plastic. But then on top of it, he clearly doesn't want to sing the lyrics. Like, people were joking like he forgot the lyrics to Runaway, which maybe he did. But I think it's more likely that he doesn't want to sing the old lyrics. So instead, he's just doing the Kanye thing where he's like, just mumbling everything because he doesn't want to sing the lyrics. And I was like, this is horrible. This is horrific for one of his most loved songs, as he's just sitting there like, like, just scatting. But yeah, it's a weird video. You gotta look it up to see just how awful it is. I don't know what he's up to. He's just been in every country all over the world being spotted in weird masks.
Yeah, it's because the NFL season started and they don't want him in their stadiums. That's why.
Yeah, lurking in the rafters.
He's been evicted.
Phantom of the Opera style.
Messing around.
It's like, get out, Kanye.
Where
This
did
is
you say
why-
he was? Was it Paris? Did you say? Was Cuddy not in Paris recently as well?
Yeah,
I feel
well,
like
I
I
think
seen that too.
wasn't there the Balenciaga fashion week or show or something like that? I don't
Yeah.
know. I think that's why Cuddy was there, and I think Kanye was at it too. But he's been there. He's been in France. He's been in Venice. He was in Germany. I think was the first place he was spotted after Donda came out. He kind of just like took off, and he's been around Europe ever since.
Well, at least he's protecting
Scoping
himself.
out
from
new
COVID.
stadiums.
Jeez. I don't know, like, as long as he's protecting himself from COVID.
At least he's traveling to these places and filling up stadiums, protecting everybody from it. It's fucking, I'd say he's doing the Lord's work. Fucking,
Yep,
whatever.
doing the Lord's work. That's very true. That's very true. But he's got a mask on. He's got a form of a mask on.
Well, true.
Let's
True.
not forget. Maybe not. Maybe not advised by the NHS, but I'm sure.
What are you
it
talking
works.
about? That's bound to be medically approved.
What's that? Is it Nosferatu? What the hell's that vampire called?
Yeah, it kind of looks like
Yeah.
that, doesn't it?
Looks like that. Just for anybody listening, just
Um,
get that image in your head.
I need to look up what it is because it's.
But Kanye's doing now what 90% of people that get, participation awards get. It's like they just don't know what the hell's going on. It's like he does all this stuff and people cry out how amazing it is. And it's artistic. And you don't know the message. And he's so artistic. And then he mumbles his old song. He doesn't want to. And then he does all this stuff, wears a plain mask. And it's like, there's something behind it. He's just run out of ideas.
Do you know?
And
So this is the thing. There's a lot of not just musicians, but like artists and directors and stuff that I feel like that's their whole bit is just. I feel like that's like artistry in general. Just be really weird, and people will read into it and think
People
it's more
think
than what it is.
People would think it's art. Nah.
Yeah, exactly. That is art.
Somebody recently put a 7-foot statue of Harambe surrounded by bananas in the middle of a fucking town square, and that made news.
I would travel to see it.
Here, dude, if it happened in our town square, you'd think, hey, that's fucking newsworthy.
And I think it was like in between. What was it?
R.I.P.
It was outside like some financial RIP. It was outside some financial building or something, which it originally had and still has like bronze cows around it. But somebody went, here's a Harambe because the
Needs more
anniversary or
gorilla.
something, and then there's the bananas
Think
around.
of the implications though outside like a financial district, and then have you also thought about like the Matrix and the blue pill definitely means death, and there's a connection to that Disney cartoon as well that we were
Purple
talking
pill,
about earlier.
Viagra for
Yeah.
men and women.
Purple pill, and then you go back,
Stewart for
and
prison.
then you get fucking D12 song, and then you can come round and do purple pills, and then there's another connection there somewhere.
Are you? I thought that song was called Purple Hills.
No. Sorry, you're right.
I only heard the censored version. They fooled me, Andy. Like, even, like, swallowing these purple hills. Like,
Swallowing.
Yeah, that
all
makes
the
sense.
hills.
this is a good one.
Running
I like
around
purple
like
hills,
a
too. Never seen any.
8-year-old kid.
Oh,
Repeating
yeah,
it.
taking a bunch of purple hills.
What, have you never eaten Purple Hills before?
That song's about drugs, son. No. Purple hills, purple hills.
It's the Teletubby
It can't
hills.
be.
Oh dear.
It's about nature. Oh, Eminem, he done a song for the Venom movie. Again? Yeah, he's just cracking up about this. I was like, why do they want to attach him so desperately to this kind of bad movie franchise as well? His song was so bad in the first bad movie, and the song is pretty much worse and less memorable in the second movie. At least the first one had meme value. Ba-dum. I just said that over and over again. Ba-dum, ba-dum. I can't even think of the words that he rhymes with it. Dunum. When does
Sounds
he
like the
venom
start of
wearing
Netflix.
Dunum. Ba-dum. It's good to know. Does everybody else do that when Netflix comes on? Because I do.
Yeah.
Ba-dum.
100%. Gotta do it.
You gotta do it. Yeah. We should probably talk about local music news, and
There were some gigs.
there were some gigs. You know what? Let's just throw it over to this. Welcome to Shout Out Segments, where we shout out a bunch of stuff that we thought was really cool. It's usually over the last week, but we've been away for a while, so I feel like there's a lot of shit to talk about. Hopefully, I mean, there'll be things that we missed, but let's talk about what's been going on. So, yeah, there's some shows. I mean, I suppose that's like the biggest thing to don't get too hopeful about it, but at the same time, exciting. I mean, the first one I really seen like a lot of footage from and photographs and things were Reasy, Ajarro and Romeo Indigo Romeo. They played a show, and it looked really fun. It looked really good. Reasy, Ajarro guys, they just released a new single called Space and Time. That's on Distant Soundwaves playlist, which I said you can get that at the end of the week. It'll be completely finished. We'll put a post up about it. But they dropped their new single, and they played this show in support of it, and it's good to see those guys out playing again, and definitely good to see those the old Romeo Indigo Romeo guys. It's been a while since they've been out venturing into gig territory. It's been a long time since we've heard some new music from them, so hopefully something coming soon. But yeah, that was kind of the first. I know there's been other shows, but I think just for the people I follow and things like that, that's the one I was like, oh, hey, there's a show where people are playing and people are dancing and standing, and there is no random like screen or chairs or whatever.
It just seems like a normal gig again. Yeah.
And it seemed really good. A lot of energy. Really good show. There has been other ones. Like, have you seen any, Mike? There's been a couple of live shows. I know that Joel Harkin, we actually, me and Mike randomly got talking to him recently.
It's unfortunate there's no point in, well, I mean, I'm still going to say about it anyways, but there's no point in promoting it now because it will do nothing for him. But Joel Harkin is probably playing right now as we speak.
Oh, yes. Is that when it was? Yeah.
Tonight. Yeah. I would have been at it otherwise, like, definitely, because it was a postponed, very much delayed album launch for him.
Yeah, because it's been out for like a long time. Yeah.
We actually bumped into him in OEA the other night.
At OEA Center, me and Mike were up there.
He was playing and stuff, so.
Yeah, and we got talking to Joel, and then I didn't even realize that he had that belated album launch coming up so soon. But yeah, I sort of knew between work and coming to this, I wasn't gonna be able to make that. But yeah, I'm hoping it's going well right now, right at this minute. It's weird to think that's happening. That's happening right now, folks. There's an energetic live show happening while we sit here, still, I feel like we're still in COVID days here, like on our Zoom meetings. We need to get back out there.
We had discussion about this. It's gonna be weird to like go back and like watch old episodes when we were in the thick of it and stuff. But I wasn't sure if I was all just talk or whether it was actually how I felt. But I've kind of obviously proved myself that is actually how I felt. I remember when we were talking about like gigs coming back and stuff, and I was like, I think I'll just be straight back out there again. So you're saying about gigs that happened. I don't actually know locally what's going on, but my first thing back, or my first experience back, was Jade and I had like booked a slightly impromptu trip over to Glasgow, and I got to see Maximo Park play live, which is like one of my favorite bands ever. I've seen them like loads of times already, but it was a great thing for it to be like such a big band that I've loved throughout the years, to be like the first gig back after so long not being able to see live shows again. And it was weirdly, it felt like, apart from the temperature check to get into the building, it felt like a very normal gig night. Like, what is going on? Like, I haven't. Yeah,
temperature gun you going in.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. That was it, because I wasn't sure. I wasn't even sure, because they played about 5 or 6 different shows up and down the UK, and they were constantly putting up. They were trying to be as helpful as they could be, but I can imagine from a band's point of view as well, that as you're traveling up and down the UK, every region, every venue, every like different government and stuff, like the Scottish government, the English government, will all have their own rules. The venue will maybe not entirely know what's going on, or they'll even like differ from what the government guidelines are and everything else. So we were following it as we were traveling over, and we went over, and basically the thing was, if we don't get into this show for whatever reason, we've had vaccinations and everything else, we don't get into this show for whatever reason, that's fine. We'll still get like a trip away out of it. And, I won't be heartbroken over it. I'm kind of prepared that maybe like if we can show like a passport here or whatever, that it won't work in Scotland and stuff. And it's like, that's fine. So they were like trying to put up all their Maximo Park this is on their Instagram. Like, we're playing Manchester tonight. To get into that venue, you will need this, you will need that, or whatever. So didn't really know what to expect right up until the minute we were rocking up to the door. But it was just in that particular venue, which is such a cool venue. It was called St. Luke's, and it was like an old, used to be a church before, and they've converted it, and it kind of still like has stained glass windows and everything, and like all really cool lighting inside. It was really, really cool. But yeah, it was just like a temperature check gun, and then you got in, and live music is back, and it's really, really cool. And there was this band, I told you about them as well, that they were supporting, like with the most hilarious name as well. They're like a 3-piece girl indie band called Penis, but it's spelled P-E-A, as in like the vegetable.
I won't allow it. I'm offended.
So
get Demi on the phone. Get Demi on the phone. Penis.
But yeah, that was my first gig back, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And
it's weird how
go to something else.
It's weird how there's not like a standard. Like, some places require this, and this, and then you've just
gonna be that way, man.
For the gig to like temperature check, which they were doing like a year ago. So
do you know what? Do you know Joel Harkin's gig that we're talking about tonight? I seen him post up about it, and Joel Harkin's gig here is actually more. To me, it's more stricter, and if you are, really worried about safety and stuff, and being in a crowd with people that are either negative or vaccinated or whatever, I feel like his has a bit more of a guarantee, because on the door for him, he said, look, this is whatever you believe about it. This is me putting up the venue stuff. This isn't for me, but I just want you to show up and be able to get in easily and enjoy yourself and everything else. These aren't my opinions or anything. Just, this is what the venue says. You go in.
It's like, why does that have to be an opinion? Just have a standard of something. I don't care.
Well, it's just kind of his thing where it's like, distance yourself from it. It's, you know,
Yeah.
some people use temperature check guns and that's enough for some people, but then other people are like, well, that's not enough or whatever. And it's like, do you really want to wade into that argument? But his thing was, this is what the venue's saying, and I thought it was really good. You had to provide proof of vaccination or a negative test, and I was like, that's more than just checking your temperature as you go in the door.
That's what I mean.
Scotland, I thought from like you watch the news, Scotland was like the stricter thing, you know, that all the news would say that they're so much stricter with their COVID guidelines and stuff. And I was like, I thought that was pretty good to see. Like the show that Joel's playing is pretty tight and stuff for all that. For people that don't really feel comfortable being in big crowds after everything that's happened, I would feel like you would feel pretty safe. It's also, I'm pretty sure, cabaret seating too, so it's not like shoulder to shoulder stuff either, you know.
It's what? Cabaret seating? What is that?
I mean,
Like
not that it matters.
tables
Everyone's in the
and
same room.
chairs and stuff.
Oh, just
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's not like a crowd, like as in like mosh pit sort of thing starting to develop and everything.
mosh pit chairs. I just
It's just like have like a standard, as in the government should set a standard for all, not like just cherry pick what you do.
I think
here,
that's
there, over there, over here, over there, and because then people get confused.
well, that's the problem. Though. That's the problem of
issue.
having so many different like governing bodies, though, of like different sections of the UK. I mean, it's the same in the States. As like you know, the president can say whatever the fuck he wants, and then you know the governors of each state ultimately. Well, I mean, they don't ultimately decide, but you know what I mean. It's more to do with the state's decision of how they act. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't fall to one person or one decision. So it's like you go to different states in America and have completely different rules. Texas is just like fuck it, like we don't care anymore. Then that was like fucking right at the start. They're just like it's all gone, guys. Do whatever you want.
But like you go and like with the screens and stuff. Like there was no screens, obviously, at the fucking show that Indigo Romeo played. Like there wasn't any screens, right? Anyone see the story? There was like no screens at the front.
I didn't see any screens. I don't
there
know
was
what
no
they're
screens at the Maximo Park show either, which was like a 400, 500 person venue as well.
And that was one of the things that was like holding back early on, like this year and stuff.
Yeah.
Was like screens and you know seating and whatever. It's like that should.
Yeah.
It's like you go into a shop, there's a screen, and then you go into a bar, there's no screen, and it's like,
yeah.
What are we
It
doing
is
now?
all mixed and it's hard. And then I think it's like, even if there was guidelines, the whole thing is like, do the venues want to follow the guidelines? Do the venues have they done the research? Do they know all the guidelines? Then if they do know them, do they have the capability to follow them? Like, do they have screens? Can they afford screens? Everything else, like, there's so many moving parts to it that you could turn around and you could say that these are the rules. It's not always going to be guaranteed to be followed. And I think the main thing that where we're at now is it's like anything else in life. If you look at it and you don't like the look of it, it is your choice to go or to not go. It's like, do you want to see the band? Do you not want to see the band? Does it seem safe to you? Does it not seem safe to you? And it's fine either way, what decision you make. It's like, just don't worry too much, you know?
Fuck. No.
Am I getting all Shakespearean?
No, but there's also a thing. I remember there was a Brendan Schaub on the podcast was doing a freaking comedy show in Vegas, and he went into a casino and he had to wear a mask going in, but people were smoking. They took their mask off to smoke, and they go, "Hey, do I have to wear a mask?" And he's like, "Why is that guy smoking?" Because, well, if you smoke, you don't have to wear a mask. It's like, well, it would be healthier for me to go buy a packet of cigarettes and smoke and not wear a mask than wear a mask and these people smoke outside.
Yes.
And that, people might say, "Oh, that's America," but trust me, that's probably happening somewhere.
No, that's
like,
everywhere, dude.
There's like,
it's because it's a mess. I mean, there is no standard guideline, and it is like, you know, I even know for places of work, you know, there's weird regulation for things that don't really make any sense anymore. You know, so it's like they might take away, you know, God, I'm just trying to think of an example, but like they might take away regulations for you like entering a physical store. So it's like you go in, there's no more one-way system, there's no more mask mandate necessarily. I don't really know what the rule is on that anymore, but nobody seems to be fucking wearing them half the time. But you know, all that stuff that was so harsh is gone. But then it'll be like, we're not allowed to deliver stuff to your house or some shit. And it'll be like, cause of COVID, and you're like, oh, did they just forget about that or something? Because I feel like that adds a lot less risk than me coming in here with a bunch of people. I don't know. There's weird things like that where I feel like they've taken away rules, but then because they haven't specifically said for other elements, then people don't really know what they can and can't do. Well, I say people, but more like companies, and they don't want to break the law and get fined or some shit. So yeah, I don't know. It's all comes down to the government, man. Revolt.
But that's
out of people.
That was just going to be the point I was making. I can't remember the video, but it's like back in the 90s, there was a, what's the Russian KGB agent, a former Russian KGB agent. He tells you how to break down a nation. And he goes, first, do something like this and have two sides to a major thing. Both sides fight, government falls, blah blah blah. But it's like a 20-minute video of this retired, like this KGB agent thing going, this is how you do this, and then you go and then videos and do. But yeah, it's what pisses me off now is that everything has to be a team. It's like, oh, you're this, you're over here, you can't fucking. It's like, hey, be purple, like we were saying. That's the theme. That's the fucking theme of the podcast. Just be purple. Take the
That's
blue,
what I'm saying to you. It's like
red. That's fucking.
It's like everything else. It's like, you know, if you don't like it, you don't have to go to it. If you don't like that person, you don't have to listen to them.
Or go to it by
me.
choice. Don't go to it and complain about something.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
That's
go
my
into
thing.
a shop and you have to wear a mask and everybody's wearing a mask in there, just go, all right, maybe I should just go put a mask on or ask for a mask or something. And if it's a shop where you go willy-nilly, don't go in there and preach your identity to the people that this is clearly not bothering. It's like, if it's bothering you, all right, figure it out. Everyone else is.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, fuck it. I don't know. But anyway, gigs are back.
that was a long yeah. My point is,
I was
glad to be at a gig.
And then we're end up.
It was fucking
I don't care if you're wearing a mask or you're not wearing a mask. I don't care if you believe in the vaccine or you don't believe in the vaccine. We're all brothers. We all take the purple pill together. We all take the purple pill. Let's march upon the government. Let's take them down. They are the real enemies of this. I don't know what I'm fucking doing.
This is what happens when your day is recycled for nearly 2 years. You're doing the same shit over and over again.
True that.
Hey, dude, come to a gig with me.
I fucking don't have time.
Yeah. I also love that, Mike, one of my favorite things that you told me about you going to this gig in Scotland was that your first, I thought about this afterwards and then laughed. Just like basically told me his first holiday didn't take. That's the funniest shit I've ever heard. So you went to a spa and it's like, didn't really take. And they book another holiday. Some privileged shit, man. It didn't really take. Didn't really set in. Yeah, I just thought of that there. No, I forgot after I left. I was like, that was pretty funny. I'm gonna start using that. Didn't really take. Going on another holiday. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know whenever I go to another show. I think I'm sticking to what I said at the start, where I'm like, I might be a bit more hesitant to go to something.
Is it not just like that, just break through the glass thing for you though? Would it not be? It's like once you go through, it's like.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just sort of one thing at a time, you know. Like, I don't know. I'm not really that worried, but it's just sort of like, I guess, lowering the risk I mean, I still don't want to fucking get it at this point. I've been lucky enough to not have it, so I don't really know. I mean, I went to a restaurant for the first time, like, not that long ago. Like, me and Mike went for my dad's birthday. That was a couple of weeks ago. And then went to the movies. That was, like, the first time.
There you go.
You know, just a little bits. And, yeah, I don't know. It would just be really fucking annoying to, like, get it at this stage. Especially whenever you're at a time where, you know, employers and stuff are a bit more like, you get it's your fault now. Like, we're not gonna pay you to take time off. That's your issue. Like, whatever. I feel like it's a bit more like it's on you now, whereas at the start it was like anybody could get it. It's like anybody could still get it, but it's a bit.
Yeah, it's
more,
not going away.
Yeah, I just feel like it's more of it's like getting the cold or the flu now, where it's kind of like, it seems like your fault. Just like you take the blame on this now. So yeah, I don't know. I just take it easy still.
Because
I'll see.
you probably deal with more people on the daily and work than you probably would at a gig.
Yeah.
At closer proximity.
I agree. Probably.
Hourly.
Although, yeah, I totally like sanitize within an inch of my life, though, all day, every day. Like, I mean, my wedding ring is no longer the color that it was at the start of the pandemic. That's no exaggeration. You seen it, Andy? You thought I was wearing a silver ring with a gold
I thought it was
watch?
silver
Like,
because I went, hey, why are you wearing silver with a gold in
ring-
the same hand?
the ring used to be gold, dude. It rubbed off. So it's all out of sanitizer.
Well, just wear it around your neck or something.
Yeah, that would have been a smarter idea. Correct. Or just, take it off and not bring it in.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know it was a problem until it was already an issue.
It was too late.
Yeah, it's too late now. Yeah, so a couple of gigs going around. What other gigs did you note down there, Mike? Is there ones happening anytime soon?
We have BGO Productions are putting on a streaming event tomorrow night.
Tomorrow? Cool.
Yes, Luna Peak, the Heathen Choir, and John Andrews Band. And it's at 8. And if you go to the BGO Productions Facebook page, I think there'll be details on it. There's like an event and stuff where you can find out like how, I think it's just like a link and stuff where you can get onto that. And then the guys in American Guinea Pig are playing the Speakeasy this Friday, the 22nd, and they're supporting Villain in France. And then
Kanye?
further...
Oh, yeah, sorry, villain in France. It sounded like villain in France, yeah. Kanye West, he's the villain in France.
And then further afield, I have Gemma Bradley is supporting Joseph in Voodoo Belfast on Saturday, 6th of November. And Dark Tropics, they have a launch show for their debut album, Ink, on the 4th of November in the Black Box.
Nice.
And that's all the stuff that I see. There's like so much more coming up as well. You have Sound of Belfast coming up soon too. There's like loads of events there, but we'll probably get more into that.
Yeah, 100%.
Like next week or the week after.
Yeah, we're trying to work with those guys to do a bit of a show for Sound of Belfast, so hopefully have something on that front soon. But yeah, we'll definitely talk a lot more about that next week.
There we go. Gigs flying left, right, and center. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'm gonna big myself up, and I'm pretty sure that I did say by November it'll be Gig Central.
yeah.
I'll have
This
to
one
go
of
back.
Andy's predictions was this?
I'll have to go back a few episodes, but I'm pretty sure it's like November, and you're like gigs.
Gigs. No, I haven't written that one down. I've stroked off quite a lot of ones for the prediction. I changed. There was Kendrick drops in late April, and then I stroked that out, and then Kendrick
Be this
drops new music in August/September. But I need to stroke that out now. And then by 2026, smart TVs will have Game Pass. That was weird.
That was the thing.
I know, that was an out of nowhere one. I don't really know. And
By
Rihanna's got a
2026?
6, yeah. Smart TVs will have Game Pass. Yeah, I don't know where you put that one.
Delays. Everything's delayed. Even the Marvel movies got
What
delayed.
episode,
2026.
what episode will we be on by then? 2026?
Fuck
Somebody
knows.
try and do the maths.
Well, we're on 63 now, so probably like 73. We'll take a break again. I know. I was trying to think in my head. I was like, when's episode 69?
An important one.
Well, yeah, I was like, how long do I make this break so I can land episode 69 on Valentine's Day? And I was like, I can't delay it that long. Maybe it could be like a sexy Christmas episode, though.
Just get one of like the sexy music beds.
Merry Christmas, boys and girls. Oh, got weird.
Gross.
Yeah, Rihanna also has a couple months left to drop her album, Andy. You
She ain't
predicted
doing
that
it. She ain't doing it.
she
You might
ain't
as well
doing it.
cross that out. No, she's not. She's
Yeah.
making too much money off Fenty.
Fenty. I know. I gotta say, I predicted that. I was just like, I'm confident she won't. She's doing the Fenty shit. She ain't gonna do it. Yeah, we'll recap though. That's like a New Year's thing. Recap the predictions.
Have any of yous got any sort of album of the year in your head yet? Or albums? I have a playlist on Spotify. But...
I find it quite hard, but I still think that one of my most played things this year was Tyler's album, and it's hard because once it goes away and new stuff comes out, you sort of forget. But I was like, I mean, I could go back to that anytime, and I thought it was like crazily good. Obviously, you've got some big hitters in the last couple of months. You've got Donda from Kanye. You've got Certified Lover Boy from Drake. Yeah, I don't know.
Both of them aren't on my playlist.
I mean, it's like, I find it very hard to, where it's like they have that war between who won sort of thing. And it's like they're very different albums. I mean, like, I think overall I probably enjoyed Donda more, but I mean, I listened to Drake for a different kind of vibe. Like, it's not really the same way I listen to Kanye. So I don't really know, but I still don't. I still think Tyler, the Creator's record, has a better story and a better subtext to the whole thing.
I have Tyler.
Yeah, I thought his record
Tyler.
was the best.
I have
one.
J. Cole.
Yeah, off season.
I have Yeba's album.
What about the
I have
new
Nas.
young Thug? New Thug.
I still need to listen to that. Apparently, that's really good.
It is pretty good. Yeah. I still don't. I don't really fuck with the 5-star reviews and shit. I don't think it's that good. I think it's really good. I don't think it's that good. I still think Tyler's album's better.
I have Rashad's album. Eliza Rashad.
What about Baby Keem?
Yeah.
Did you not like it?
Not
I
really.
did- I
It
pretty
wasn't
much
it wasn't as good as like people like, oh, it's Kendrick's fucking.
Do you guys know that he
It's
has
like,
2 phones?
Yeah, I did. I
At
learned
least
that
that's
he has
nearly every
he has
single
2
fucking
phones.
song that he
Yeah, I
does.
feel that he has 2 phones. Yeah, I don't know why that's the biggest brag all of a sudden in rap. It's like fucking you probably afford about dev phones.
I
if
have
you
2
wanted to.
phones. One of them's a work phone. I hit it.
Ooh,
I
baby.
friggin' hit it.
I know why
I
he's
got
got 2 phones because the other one's Kendrick's. Because remember, Kendrick didn't have a phone,
Oh,
but
yeah,
yet
that's right.
Kendrick could rap about everything that was going on. Hey man, you don't have a phone. How do you know? Why,
It's on like
I thought you
dial-up.
were sitting. I thought you were sitting like by the window watching world go by with no phone, but yet you're gonna subliminal diss other people. How do you know what's going on, dude? What are you doing? Why are you lying? Why are you lying in your songs? Why are you lying?
He had to show up to Keems for his internet. He's like the
I
Kramer
know.
of.
It's like
He's
the
the
people
person that
desperate
needs
for
food.
internet. He's outside McDonald's. He's in their cloud. Just fucking.
He's like trying to be all humble and being like, I don't even have broadband anymore. I don't even have internet anymore. It's just like, you guys got Wi-Fi in here?
It's
You
like
guys got Wi-Fi?
it's like Dre's divorce came in. He had to cut it off. He couldn't afford it. That's Dre's internet.
Oh yeah. Fuck. And then you know what happened? I'm pretty sure it was while we were taking a break, but that Super Bowl halftime show is gonna be insane.
Oh fucking yeah!
Yeah, that's coming. That's Dr. Dre and co. Dr.
That's
Dre
dope.
and
That's-
Kendrick
that's-
and
Dre,
Eminem and
Kendrick, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, Snoop.
Snoopy
like-
Snoop. Yeah, pretty
I
much
think that was,
everyone Dre's worked with.
That was pretty much put together by Jay-Z because he's part of the NFL type of thing. I think Jay-Z actually got that to work. So
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And then I mean, like a couple of recent singles out is like I said, the Reasy Ajarro guys, they've released Space and Time, new single, new music video out for that. We got Beauty Sleep releasing Go tomorrow, I believe. That should be out. We've got Paper Tigers, they're releasing a new single tomorrow as well. I released a new single that happened too. It's called Sun by Down Maple. You can look it up. And I got a new one coming out, not this Friday, but next. Yeah, so plenty of music around for sure. But yeah,
if you're really struggling, go listen to Island Boy.
Island Boy. Yeah, that was a thing.
Have you heard it, Mike?
Yeah, I wish I hadn't.
Yeah, let's listen to
I
it
wish
again.
Oh, I was gonna find it. Hold on.
Island boy, and I've been trying to make. I'm a
By the way, this was what these kids look like. Oh, you can't see it.
I'm just island boy. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
just
you
Google it.
wine. You're gonna keep that gun.
What are you saying?
I'm just out full gazing. I'm like, pull where I'm staying. They're like, you wanna be famous? I'm trying to be out.
Yeah, fire, man.
I'm gonna float
Absolute
away.
fire.
I get real down tropic.
He says real down and he points up like this.
Oh, that's dumb.
Doesn't know down and up.
I love it.
Why can
The
I not
American
find this
Jedward.
video?
The American Jedward.
That is the American Jedward, you're right.
The
I was
Florida
trying to see if I could get decent audio over here.
The Florida woods.
Island Boy.
I don't think decent audio is gonna.
It's not going to do
It's gonna
anything for
improve
it. That was
be-
pretty much it.
That was the song. That's pretty much the casual music industry.
Island boy, and I've been trying
Is the video
to
here?
make.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
an
you guys did the video.
island boy. I'm just island
Oh, that's all.
Ah,
Teaser.
boy. I'm
The
a
video
island boy.
It's
I'm
looking at them as well. It's like they're in the biggest shorts.
I'll be just staring at the sun. I'm just out full gazing. I'm like, pull out.
What is this?
It's a
Actually,
fugazi.
with the better quality audio, you can actually hear that the other one, while one of them's not rapping, is actually add some ooh and
Yeah,
You can actually
With-
hear him doing this, because that's all he's doing. He's pumping his fist. I really heard that.
while they
Yeah.
paddle in their
While they paddle in the
bro.
pool. Yeah,
like the smallest pool, and yeah, there's like
Badass,
giant like 3/4 length shorts.
dude. That's old school. That's old '90s shit. That is.
That's offensive to 90s. That's new. That's new shit. That's what that is. That's
new.
no era. That's now.
New old shit. Yeah. Look, we're gonna tie it up there. That's gonna be it. The spookiest episode we've ever done.
Themes are for kids.
Ah! Loads of jump scares this episode. Look out, man. Oh, whoops. I don't know why it's playing the 6 Step Bro 50th episode. You know what? Let's just go out on that. This has been 6 Step Bro. This isn't the 50th episode. It's the 63rd. But it's good to be back, baby. We'll see you next week. Every Wednesday, baby.
But nobody can do a podcast like we do a podcast. Everybody wants a podcast, but nobody podcast like we podcast. We gon' podcast all day, all night, every day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but probably not Sunday. 'Cause Sunday is my rest day. I chill out on a Sunday, but we air episodes every fucking Wednesday. And that's a weird day, 'cause it's hump day and I'm humping on a hump day. Nobody does a podcast like we do on hump day.
Okay, see you. Gotta bring it back every once in a while, you know? Didn't make that 50th episode song for nothing. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. As always, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Distant Soundwave playlist. And see you on Wednesday. Good night.